Hello everyone, I am Mathieu Milos, PhD student from the University of Limerick. Today I would like to present you a contribution of a new start information system prototype to the false start detection in athletics. This work is a part of the FAST project for feasibility analysis of sprint start technologies, which is carried out at the Biomechanics Research Unit of the Limerick University. This research project aims to a better understanding of the sequence of events during the sprint start in order to improve the response time and false start detection in athletics. The current work presented today is more focused on the part 1, 2 and 4 of this project, which are improve sprint start response time detection methods, investigates N-force versus block-based sprint start response times, and develop a sprint start event detection algorithm. The sprint start in athletics is strictly controlled to ensure the fairness of the competition. If the athlete responds under 100 milliseconds, he is assumed to have anticipated the start signal and is removed from the race. The athlete response time is recorded by a start information system which has to be certified by the World Athletic Federation to be used in competition. The start information system assesses response time by evaluating force or acceleration recorded by sensors from starting blocks. It is assumed that the various start information systems have a precision of 1 millisecond. However, a study of Wilwacher and collaborators has shown that the start information systems present a validity and reliability problems that exceed 1 millisecond. The difference of performance across the various start information systems could be due to the use of different sensor technologies or to the different event detection algorithms, which have been criticized in the literature for delaying the response detection, especially for women athletes. Moreover, some research have shown that the first biomechanical event which occurs during the sprint start is the onset of arm force reaction, which always occurs before the onset of the action of legs on the blocks. According to the literature, there is a need to revise the World Athletic approved start information system, which could be improved by assessing response time from the onset of arm force reaction and by improving the event detection algorithm. The 100 millisecond false start threshold has also been questioned in the literature. According to statistical analysis performed on a large sample of response time recorded during major international competitions, Brosnan and collaborators suggested to increase the false start threshold to 115 milliseconds for men and 119 milliseconds for women. This would mean that the response time range from 100 milliseconds to 115 milliseconds for men and 119 milliseconds for women are false start. They are however considered valid by the current World Athletic certified start information systems and are therefore controversial. For fairness in competition, it is crucial that response times are correctly and accurately determined. We developed a new start information system prototype for this purpose. The prototype is based on a portable custom N-force plate which records the arm force reaction and an event detection algorithm which aims to detect response time without inducing threshold-based delay. The research work presented today aims to evaluate the potential contribution of a new start information system prototype to the response time and false start detection, especially for response time range between 100 milliseconds and 119 milliseconds by an actual World Athletic certified start information system. 20 international or national level athletes participate to the study. Each athlete was proficient with the block starting technique and had an extensive starting block experience. Athletes performed 3 valid sprint starts from blocks over a minimum distance of 10 meters. Competition simulation was provided by another sprinter running in the adjacent line. If the World Athletic certified start information system displayed a false start, the athlete performed an additional sprint start until 3 valid starts were completed. The response time was simultaneously recorded by a World Athletic certified start information system from Timetronics and by the prototype. The prototype consists of one load cell which is enclosed by 2 steel blades. Because of the prototype thickness, a custom-built synthetic track surface was used to ensure that the top plate was level with the track surface. The prototype allows to record the arm force reaction which was recorded by a PowerLab data acquisition system. A World Athletics certified electronic starting gun was used to deliver the start signal to both systems. The algorithm used by the prototype is not fully presented here. First, raw signal is filtered by a fourth-order zero-lag low-pass Butterworth filter with a cutoff frequency of 20 Hz. A personalized threshold is computed from the start signal recording during the set position to adjust the sensitivity of the algorithm. The algorithm detects the beginning of the longest series of the consecutive substantial increasing value according to the personalized threshold previously computed. Response time from the prototype is then compared to the response time given by the World Athletics Certified Start Information System. Response time from the new Start Information System prototype is in average 71 milliseconds faster than the response time given by the World Athletics Certified Start Information System. It confirms that hands react before feet during the start. If we look closely at the results, mean response time from the new Start Information System prototype are negative for trials given false start by the World Athletics Certified Start Information System, highlighting that athletes had effectively anticipated the start signal. So, the new prototype confirms false start given by the World Athletics Certified Start Information System. For response time ranged from 100 milliseconds to 199 milliseconds by the World Athletics Certified Start Information System, the mean response time given by the prototype is 47 milliseconds. This is much smaller than the theoretical neuromuscular physiological limit of a simple auditory response time, which would be around 73 to 83 milliseconds. This suggests that the response time range from 100 milliseconds to 199 milliseconds by the World Athletics Certified Start Information System or false start, and the current regulation failed to detect them. These results are in line with the study of Brossman and collaborators and suggest to increase the 100 millisecond false start threshold. For response times above 119 milliseconds, the mean response time given by the Start Information prototype is 76 milliseconds, which is very close to the theoretical neuromuscular physiological limit of response time. This result is interesting in many points. First, according to some studies which have shown that it is possible to improve response time by specific training, response times given by the prototype highlight the high-level experience of sprinters in this sample who are all international or national level athletes. Secondly, results suggest that the new detection event algorithm doesn't induce a delay in response time detection, since response times detected by the prototype are close to the theoretical neuromuscular physiological limit of response time. And finally, these results strengthen the idea that the onset of arm force reaction is the true first response during the start, and in this perspective, this event could be used to detect response time instead of the onset of the leg push, since response time detection should seek to determine the athlete's true first response to the start signal. In conclusion, the Start Information System prototype allows to detect false starts who are considered valid by the current World Athletic regulation, highlighting the necessity to refine the current 100 millisecond false start threshold for the current World Athletic Certified Start Information System. The new prototype seems to detect the first biomechanical event during the sprint start and reduce the delay induced by some event detection algorithms. It could present a technological solution to improve response time in athletics, even if further research is needed to evaluate rigorously the appropriateness of assessing response time from the arm force reaction and to develop practical solutions to do it in competition, which imply to miniaturize the current prototype. Finally, research has shown that sprinters prefer to respond later instead of risking disqualification. The revision of the start regulation based on the robust scientific basis about the true limit of the neuromuscular physiological limit of response time from top-level athletes will allow athletes to respond without the fear of being disqualified for false start. Such regulation will likely improve sprinters' response time and consequently, rest time improvements could be expected. Thank you for your attention. If you have any question, please feel free to contact me. My contact details are on the slide.